August 1985, with a hardline regime. All this seems to be holding steady. As long as our food doesn't drop down to 2 bars. If it drops to that, I'll be getting extremely worried. On this, the anniversary of the revolution, your ministers submit to you their budget requests. Please review. Okay, agriculture. They want that at $3.95. I'm gonna just put 400 on that. Food. People who can eat normally won't complain. If they can remember being hungry, that is. Manufacturing. 195. Construction. I want to bump that up. More buildings must be built. And transportation. 240. Bump that down a little bit. Find more ways to be efficient with our transportation. Raw materials, we can bump you up. And service. Take you down just a little bit. There'll be less cleanings of the streets. Troops. Going to bump you up to 35. And weapons. Going to take you up to 485. So let's see. I still don't understand all the financial summaries down here and what the implications mean if they go negative too long. We're going to bump all the funding up here. I assume that it'll help us maintain control of our block parties over there. Credit payment, bump that up to 12. R&D, civil. Take that up to 10. Military, 25. And space will bump you up to 20. 22. No, 25. I want rounded numbers mostly. Emergency funds, 20. Troops. I'm gonna leave all that like it is right now. Well, no, I'm probably going to be doing some crazy things soon. So, bump that up. Bump the support of the troops up. Military leadership, bump that up, we'll buy them off. That way they don't throw a coup on us. And civilian police, buy them off too. Military propaganda, we actually need to really buy them off. I know that might seem excessive right here, 20, but oh well. I'm going to do everything I can to own this country for as long as possible. Bump this up to 90, 95. Let's see. Civil police courts, we're going to have to be prosecuting many people here. So we'll have to throw funding there when we get more polices, more judges. Security police, 25. Things might get out of hand in the next few years. Health, we do need a healthy population. Education, 75. How broke can we be here? Environment, who gives a crap? Public works, roads, buildings, don't care. Unemployment, pensions. You're all going to be working till you die. Get used to it. 10 towards entertainment. We'll approve this budget. I'm going to save my game here. Let's see. Hardline. Hardline 1. No, just hardline. Try not to make the save name complicated in case that's what messed it up. Save 1 was my other save game. That 1 might have thrown it off. Telegraph comes in. Crisis and rights. We can no longer delay. Swift and dramatic steps must be taken. Come ahead, make your move. Let's flip the name of the countries on, actually. Oh yeah. Presidential confidence poll was conducted in all republics with these results. Approval of performance 83. Please, we know better than to believe those. They all hate us. I must be frank, old friend. You have created a climate of fear where many subordinates say only what they think you want to hear. Distrust reports and polls. L. It's pretty good advice. If you're going to be a despotic dictator that leads by fear, just assume that everything everybody tells you is a complete fabrication, made to make you happy. It's 1986, March. As May Day approaches, your assistants make preparations for your annual policy speech. Please indicate the policies for this year. I'm not going to change anything here. I think we'll leave it all like that. The BBS opens up. Swedish scientists today detected abnormal amounts of radiation which appeared to have originated in the Soviet Union. I think we all know what that was, right? Comrade President, clouds of radiation from the explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear plant have drifted over Western Europe, making it impossible for us to keep the problem secret. Should we just issue a terse statement? What should we do? Let's see, issue a terse statement that our recent nuclear incident is purely an internal matter, publicize the news, appeal for aid. This is an internal matter that the Russians can handle. Our people are strong, like I've said. The Ministry of Energy confirmed today that a slight accident occurred at one nuclear power station, but insisted that the problem was purely an internal matter and was totally under control. One of our vents became jammed open for an excess of 6 hours. It was an excessive leak, but we've managed to contain it. You have an urgent call from your Council of Ministers. Please respond at once. Comrade President, a coalition of moderates and radicals has proposed within the Politburo that we perform a significant restructuring of our economy to the free market, eliminating much central control and bureaucracy. You could reject the proposal out of hand, or you could try to stall by setting up a special committee to study the effects of restructuring. If you choose to side with the moderates, we would take a slow and steady approach. If you side with the radicals, we'll implement a more drastic approach. Reject the perestroika proposal out of hand. Set up a special committee to study the restructuring. Let's reject it completely out of hand. This is ridiculous. This country has worked fine for over 70 years on the current system. It is an affront to everything that our fathers and grandfathers worked so hard for. The President flatly rejected the idea that the Soviet Union should abandon centralized planning in favor of a free market economy that can be easily manipulated by those with the most money. The Glory Soviet Telelax begins singing. Message from Politburo. Comrade President, closing your eyes to our future will not make it go away. Our nation is in serious trouble and the old methods for dealing with it will no longer work. Indeed, those methods have caused some of the trouble in the first place. We must restructure our society now while there's still time. Trust me, Ivan, I have seen the future. You don't want it. We must change things. Comrade President, we are meeting resistance to your new glasnost policies. Do you want to accelerate the process of change by releasing all previously banned literature? Or would you prefer to placate the hardliners by leaving the bans in place? We're going to leave the bans in place. Because we never had a process beginning to accelerate anyways. In an effort to shore up support among the hardline faction, the President said yesterday that the concept of glasnost did not include releasing books that had earlier been declared harmful to the public. We banned these for a reason. They're hateful and frightful. And think of the children if they got the hold of one of these books. The Bureau of Technology recently announced the first personal computer designed and built in the Ukraine. I think the Ukraine's part of us, right? Over here. Good job, Ukraine. It's one for the motherland right there. July 1986.